Hey, welcome to another day of Front Porch Training. And today we're going to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. I hear so much controversy from other trainers, from horse owners, just all over the place. And it's about the 30-day start. Now, you hear some trainers saying, no, I wouldn't start a horse. I won't take your horse unless he's with me for 90 days. If he's with me for 180 days, you'll hear another trainer, sure, I'll do 90-day starts or I'll do 60-day starts, but I really don't like 30-day starts. I've done a little bit of everything. I've actually done 14-day starts on horses. There are several variables that fall in behind that. One is the horse, and that is the most important. What can you get done with a particular horse in 14 days or 30 days? We'll just talk about 30 days. Another variable, the rider. What am I preparing this horse for? Am I preparing this horse to go out on the trail? Am I preparing this horse to go straight to another trainer and we'll call it a discipline trainer? Maybe they're going under hunt seat, maybe they're going into a jumper, maybe they're getting ready to go into cow work. Depends all what the case is. Or am I preparing the horse for somebody that has maybe very minimal riding skills and they want to go straight to a trail ride? So we've got to think of all of those things. And then the last would be me as the trainer. What can I do with a horse in 30 days? What can I accomplish? So if we're going to really get down into the nuts and bolts of what a 30-day training is, let's talk about that for a second. A lot of 30-day horses that I do for discipline trainers. I have several jumping barns, hunter jumper barns, dressage barns in the area that have very competent trainers that don't want to do the initial start on the horse. They're very excited about the opportunity for us to start their horse, and we pretty much get the horse safe. We get him where you can handle him really nice, and we get him to where he can be exposed to things without having much of a problem. So I really don't have a hard time putting 30 days on a horse and sending it to a competent trainer to continue on the training after that. But then maybe somebody comes to me and says, I just got my first horse. He's a 3-year-old Mustang and I've always wanted a Mustang. Can you put 30 days on him for me? Well, that's kind of out there. I'm going to sit and visit with my little grandson while we talk. But in putting 30 days on a horse like that is almost ludicrous, really, if you think about it. Can I get 30 days and can I get that horse moving along? It depends on the horse. I'll tell you, my longest Mustang took me 56 days to ever get a successful ride on. Now, I tried to put a couple of rides on beforehand, but the horse just said, Jim, I'm not ready. So at 56 days, I had a successful ride, and we never had any problems since then. I've also had Mustangs that I've ridden on the first or second day that they've looked at me and says, Jim, we don't have any problems whatsoever. But if you think about the distractions that you can have in working with those young horses, it's just like distractions you can have from little people just like this. Hold on just a second. So when we're back to talking about those 30-day starts, we have to really think, what are we wanting? What do we want to happen? But I can promise you, a 30-day horse, no matter how good that horse is not ready for a 30-day rider. And unless you can call yourself an accomplished intermediate rider, you don't need a 30-day horse. You don't need a horse that was just started for 30 days. Honestly, you don't need a 60 or a 90-day horse. You need that 15-year-old horse that's been ridden for years and years to help you learn a little bit about handling horses, working with horses, and be around horses. Horses are just like humans. We always challenge authority, and if that authority succumbs to us, we're the new leader, and that's the horse. He'll challenge your authority. You're leading him across the grass. He challenges your authority by asking to eat. You let him eat, he goes to his piece of paper, puts a check mark on it. You ask him to go around something to the left, he opts to go around it to the right. That's another check mark. You ask him to stop, he walks on 3 more steps. It's another check mark. You ask to walk off, he maybe waits 3 seconds while he's visiting with his friends. That's another check mark. So you being a competent horse person, you would understand those things. So we certainly don't want to introduce ourselves to a horse when we really don't know what we're getting into, what we're doing, or what the expectations of us. So let's think about those things the next time you look at a 30-day horse. I know it's very important because 30 days is money. 60 days is more money. 90 days, up to 6 months is more money. Just in this area alone, there are trainers anywhere from $800 to $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,500 per month to start your horse. That really adds up. So maybe, is it a better deal for me to go out and buy a horse unstarted and pay a trainer 2 or 3 or 4 months worth to get him going? Or would I be better off going and finding a horse that's already started? All of those things I should put into thought well before I make a decision. And then also talk to a trainer. It's a whole lot better to go buy a 10-year-old horse that you think might be just what I want if he had 30 days training on him. That's probably the horse for that new rider. So think about those things. In the event that you decide to consider Bartee horsemanship to start your horse, we highly recommend that you spend a day a week with us and your horse. Now, during that time, we're going to teach you the things that we've taught your horse. Now, notice I said we're going to teach you things we taught your horse. I didn't say we're going to teach you how to ride. So if you're not a competent rider, we certainly don't want to put you on a horse that's green, because we know what green gets: purple. Nobody wants to get purple. All right, so we recommend that you go off and find a really good riding instructor, whether you're going to ride English or Western. It really doesn't matter to us. We start horses in both directions. But we really encourage that opportunity to you to learn to bond with your horse, and we'll also teach you a little bit about the characteristics of your particular horse, and we'll teach you things about horses in general, the things about horses in general, and just understanding horses, understanding leadership, herd dynamics, the needs of the horse, and the wants of the horse, and the things that makes that horse get along good with you. So think about all of those things when you make your decisions, and we look forward to talking with you soon. Have a good ride.